We live? Let's do it. All right, guys, welcome back to Let's Talk Sports. I am Joe.
I'm Cole.
So here on episode 10, we have a kind of short, straight to the point episode. We've had a little bit of time off.
Holidays, and I got sick.
You're always ruining
Of course.
the schedule. This is the first time on a Thursday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be aware, it's January 4th, 2024, first podcast of the new year.
But you know why we had to do it Thursday, right?
Because that's normally our normal day.
No. Because there ain't no football tonight. We gotta have some entertainment. Exactly.
Okay, I like it.
You always gotta think for tomorrow, not for today. So I guess starting off, we're gonna go ahead and review the if you want to go ahead and share that screen.
Yeah, the games from this past week, starting with the Jets and the Browns, and Joe Flacco's just giant everything.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now.
The Browns won the Super Bowl.
Out of the teams in the AFC,
other than the Ravens.
I see the Browns beating the Ravens. That is the only team I can see.
I don't know. That might be the AFC Championship now.
That's the only team I can see right now, dude. Just the momentum that they have, the confidence.
Yeah, well,
I just wish he'll shave his neck beard.
I know. I'm trying to find our picks.
We don't need them.
I mean, it's okay. It's not
we know.
Yeah, but Saturday's game, because obviously college football is on Monday, and we'll go over the bowl games that we picked so far on that. But there's some controversy to the ending of this game. Very much so.
That's going to be kind of loud.
You want to,
I just knocked the hell out of the mic.
F it, we ball.
Yeah.
All right. So going ahead. Yeah, Haw snuff, F it.
The controversy on.
Yeah, go ahead and let them know the controversy of the Lions-Cowboys game.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Browns and Jets. I was like, I don't know. What happened?
Lions-Cowboys. We said we're only going to talk about that.
So, wasn't that big of a deal. It just cost a game and a second seed in the NFC. But, shit happens, right? There was a illegal touching call made on Decker, the offensive lineman.
Who reported eligible.
He did report eligible, not only by voice, but Dan Campbell also had a handwritten statement that he showed to the public
at the beginning of the game. He
handed it to the refs, saying that he will be eligible at some point in the game. He didn't specify when, but he just said at some point this dude will be eligible. Well, with number 70 running on the field, supposedly it was assumed that he was the one running in the check-in eligible. So the ref just kind of to me, blatantly just ignored.
It's probably because of, all the hype for Jerry.
I mean, I don't know. I do know that they had stated that they were fined and going to be suspended. Well, it's not, they are refereeing a specific game.
In the playoffs?
No.
Okay, I was about to say.
They are suspended for playoffs, but they are refereeing a final game this upcoming week, and the game is who are they playing? It's Pittsburgh and who's Pittsburgh playing?
Ravens. That's not going to be good.
They are refereeing that game.
Well,
the same crew.
Baltimore's obviously not doing any of their starters hardly, and Pittsburgh has a chance to get in the playoffs.
This. But see, I've heard that they already clinched.
Who, Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I'll show you the playoff picture in a second.
Okay. But yeah, that was the call, and then so Decker ran for the pass, caught it. It was called touchdown on the field. About maybe 10 minutes later, a flag comes out. They call everybody back on the sideline, out of the locker rooms, because they were celebrating, and they took the touchdown away, man.
I'm not surprised.
It was crazy. I hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, I got our stuff pulled up. We both picked Browns. I picked Cowboys, you picked Lions, so I guess I helped cheat the system.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick the Lions. I told you that too. Dolphins, Ravens. I picked the Ravens, you picked the Dolphins.
That's
and
crazy.
I've been on the Ravens hype, especially what they did to San Francisco the week before. Patriots, Bills, we both debated. We kind of wanted to go with the Pats, but we both went Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we'll just go through all of these kind of quick, other than the ones with crazy news. I guess we need to talk about the Dolphins because of Tyreek.
Yeah, so his house actually caught on fire. It's pretty exciting, pretty hot topic, if you know what I mean. They came out and said the investigation stated that it was caused by children playing with a lighter.
The neighbor's kids, you said, threw it at
That's
a bush?
the only thing that they can claim.
Because
there was nobody in the house, and they said there was a I don't know how it could be a kid, right?
Well, I mean, they're just playing with a lighter, like.
But I mean, how did they?
Sure does.
I mean, is it cameras? Like, I mean, did they physically see it?
I'm sure he's got security.
So, but supposedly it was thrown in a bush near his house, and it just kind of spread, and it didn't do significant damage from what I saw. It was like maybe $40,000 to $50,000 worth of damage.
It's just nothing to him.
Yeah. So, he did have to leave practice early Wednesday to come on to that.
Because they called him.
Yeah. So.
Well.
That's so the next game.
Oh, what are you talking about? The Bears, which we both picked. The Bears.
The Bears. Yeah. We got a very big game coming up.
Which is crazy because the Falcons lost, still have a chance to win their division, and the Bears won and don't have a chance. They're eliminated from the playoffs after winning.
Yeah.
Because of other teams winning. Which I think is kind of crappy.
And then a specific team needed to lose for the Falcons.
And they did. Because the Saints smacked the Bucs, so now it's the Falcons.
If the Bucs would have won, it would have cleared them out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They would have had zero shot, especially
and
when
then I think because of that, y'all might have had a chance. Actually, no, it wouldn't matter. It's
Rams still had to
that's
lose.
who it is. The
Rams and the Saints had to lose.
All right, Texans, Titans. I think I went with C.J. Stroud still, and you actually hopped off the C.J. Stroud. Man, I'm killing you in this one. I ain't lost yet. This is the first time in a while.
Just wait to the end. That's when you started sucking up.
I'm sure. Texans, Titans. Yeah, I picked Texans. You picked Titans.
I'm gonna dip for a second.
You're using dip? You really going? Now, this is all because I'm still going to edit the episode 3 through 8, letting you guys know all this is going to be raw and uncut for the rest of the... We both talked about it. He's gotten better, so I shouldn't have to edit as much. And it's
Proud
just a lot of
sponsor,
work.
Pistachios.
No, I thought
Salt and pepper.
I thought they were potassios or whatever.
No, it's
you said.
pistachios.
It's pistachios. Everyone knows.
There's
Everyone below in the comments says that Joe does not know how to say pistachio. Spell it.
I'm Hispanic. I don't spell.
Well, you see him stereotyping. Anyways, Raiders Colts 23-20. We both picked the Raiders, so there's my first loss of the week.
Yeah.
Panthers, Jaguars. We both picked Panthers.
I'm feeling Minshew, man. I like Gardner Minshew. Dude.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, he did good when he was with Jacksonville. We both got that wrong. The Panthers got blanked. Of course, the Jaguars kind of needed to win as well. That Raiders Colts game, it was a controversy in that one too, the way it ended. Rams Giants. You needed the Giants to win. But I think you picked the Rams, so I guess you were going against your Bears anyways, because you said you just want the Bears to upset the Packers this next week.
That's all I care about.
That's your Super Bowl. We both picked Rams, so we still got that right. Cardinals Eagles. You wanna talk about this one and apparently the locker room of
well, you know more
they said
about
that the rumors were Jalen Hurts was losing the locker room, and in my mind, the way his character is people are being held accountable by him and they're pitching a fit, which translation found out it's A.J. Brown who's pitching a fit, and he's kind of acting like Antonio Brown. Now, I know Hollywood
or
Brown's
George Pickens.
George Pickens pitched a fit, but now he's getting touches because Mason Rudolph is a quarterback.
That dude's
we'll
sorry,
talk about that too.
He's a sorry teammate, man.
Well, I mean, look what college he went to.
Oh, freaking Bama.
He's definitely not Bama.
He was there with Henry Ruggs, right?
No, he was with... That's good. I mean, at least Henry Ruggs did it in the NFL and not while he was at college, like two other players at the same school that George Pickens went to. You don't remember the two defensive line for the Eagles both were involved with while they were still at college?
Oh, they said they weren't driving, so it don't matter.
Oh, yeah, of course. They weren't driving, but they still were.
We
both picked the Eagles. You know, we've been picking I think you and I have picked the Eagles the last 5 weeks and gotten them basically all wrong. They're falling apart.
They're just such a good team.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the crazy thing. They've lost 4 out of the last 5 games, and they're 11-5. 4 out of the last 5 games.
At one point, they were 7-1.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's 4 out of the last. Well, I guess that's 4 wins out of the last 9 games or 8 games. But it's okay.
We know what you meant.
Math. Here's the one that he was talking about the Falcons, the Saints. The Bucs needed to beat the Saints, and it didn't happen. We both picked the Bucs, so we got that wrong.
I'm still liking Mayfield, man.
Yeah. I have a feeling they're going to be fine. Well, we're going to do the picks for this following next week, and it's going to show the playoff scenarios.
Okay.
49ers, Commanders. We both picked 49ers. Seahawks, Steelers. I picked Steelers. You picked Seahawks. I got that one. But also, I'm pretty sure this was the other controversy. Have we talked about the Broncos yet? I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, Mason Rudolph started because allegedly they were starting him over Kenny Pickett, and Kenny Pickett refused to be his backup, so he wasn't even the backup, allegedly, because he's gone on a statement and said that he did not say that at all. But regardless, Mason Rudolph will be playing in the next week, and we'll talk about that.
That sounds like somebody that'll come from.
Broncos, Chargers, we both picked the Chargers wrong, but also Russell Wilson. You want to elaborate on the Broncos situation?
So he actually did get benched, and I'm going to let Cole actually state that name. He's better with the.
You're talking about
the name.
Jared Stidham.
Yeah, so he
got
was
drafted by
he
the
was
Raiders, came from Auburn.
But yeah, so
all over contract stuff, which NFLPA is now doing an investigation with Denver.
$37 million. He was asked to cut. That dude started off very rough for y'all, but he changed that season around.
Him and the defense both did what they needed to. That's why they won that streak.
I mean, he was a big part in that. I mean, he looked like the Russell Wilson that was under Pete Carroll.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, so Sean Payton supposedly allegedly had my bad. I'm not used to the big chair.
No, it's not that. It's just that you pushed it in. It's all good.
Oh, it hit the wheelbase.
Yeah. Also, we're trying to test out potentially going digital, like all the other famous podcasts are doing. We're trying other options, and we've got a few other options.
I'm broken. I can't afford a laptop, so donations in the chat.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, just try to get. I mean, he's got a mic and he's got a camera, but he doesn't have a laptop. Anyways, but we also have other options where him and I might be able to be mic'd up differently. We're not sharing a mic. We'll also have our own mics. I guess we got the last two games, and that's it.
Yeah.
Bengals, Chiefs. We actually both picked the Bengals. We were wrong. The Chiefs actually got back off their wagon because Travis Kelce and the Chiefs were kind of in a boat as the Eagles and losing streak in the locker room being lost. That was more like Andy Reid, Travis Kelce. Everyone saw that debacle with the whole helmet thing. They tried to put him back in, and Andy Reid said he's not going back in. He's acting like a baby.
He's tired of it, man. I mean, dude, those are grown men.
Yeah, and some of them act like babies. I mean, it's just like what you said a few podcasts ago about Mahomes complaining about the refs when normally he gets the calls his way.
Yeah. I mean, how many games has he won from a fucking call that... I mean, they invented a new rule for him.
Yeah, just like they made rules for Tom Brady. And then the last one was Packers-Vikings. We both actually picked the Vikings, even though Jaron Hall was starting, just because... He doesn't like the Packers, but honestly, this is actually better because they're in a scenario to be in the playoffs. And let's roll into the picks because of it. Steelers, Ravens. I need to go ahead and write these down.
See, this one's difficult because I really don't think nobody's really going to play. Maybe the first quarter for Baltimore. Maybe the first half.
I don't
what you think, Harbaugh?
I mean, Lamar's not playing at all.
So he's already confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Flowers, Odell.
I don't know about. I'm sure Flowers.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews can't play.
I know.
That's kind of messed up.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Let me just get my utensil out. Can you not miss? Thank you. Steelers are. All right, Steelers, Ravens. What do you got?
I'm going to go Steelers.
I am too, because Steelers have a chance at a playoff spot, even with Mason Rudolph and their whole situation. They're probably just going to keep riding with him because the whole throw into George Pickens or Deontay Johnson.
But even if they lose, man, I give it to damn Tomlin, dude.
I mean, yeah, for still going
was it 12,
over 500.
12 years?
It's his whole NFL career.
14?
I think it's 14 or 15. 14? It's his whole NFL career. And then the Ravens, obviously, if they win, it's 14-3. If not, 13-4 is the 1 seed. They've got it locked down. Just especially the last two games that they've played, just basically made a statement that they are the hottest team in the NFL right now and probably the best chance to win the Super Bowl. Because if you do that, I mean, of course, Brock Purdy had a bad day.
I mean, he knocked off.
But still,
they beat the first and the third seed in the NFC, and they beat the second, the third, and what the fifth. They
basically played 5 playoff contending teams that are going to be in the playoffs, and they
murdered them.
Yeah, because I don't think the Ravens have had a game closer than like 7 points, or at least teams that are over 500 at the time they played. They beat them by 14 or more.
The past two teams, they beat by damn near 20. Those were like the top.
All right,
the top
it's
two.
A doubleheader because remember these are Saturday because there is no game obviously tonight for us on Thursday, the 4th. This is to potentially win the division other than the Jaguars. Jaguars need to win outright, but the Jaguars somehow lose to the Titans. It's the winner of this game.
I'm going to go with the Colts.
You're going with Garner Minshew. I don't know. I feel like I'm going C.J. Stroud.
Okay.
I want to go Colts, but and I don't know. They just and that's also crazy. It's their first year after them having the third pick in the draft, and they got Will Anderson, and they got C.J. Stroud. They had 2 first-round picks in that last one, and in the first season for my guy from Bama, D'Amico Ryans, who was that DC at San Francisco, first year as a head coach, and that's what he's done with that group.
I think Lovey was better.
Lovie Smith is better than D'Amico Ryans?
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to fight me. Buccaneers, Panthers. Bucks win this game. They have the division locked down. They should have won last week. They didn't, but they win this. They're locked down.
So if they win this,
the Falcons are out, and so are the Saints.
Even if they win?
If the Bucks win, I think they still win because I think they're 1-1 with the Saints, but their overall division record with the NFC.
So
if
they win, even if the Falcons win, Falcons are out. Falcons need
they need to win and the Panthers win. That's what the Falcons need. The Bucks just need to win. The Saints need to win, or I could be wrong. Maybe the Saints need to win, and then that's it.
We'll take a look at it later.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. You and I can talk about it later. The main thing is that the Falcons need the Bucks to lose and the Falcons and the Saints to lose, which the Falcons are playing the Saints. Bucks, Panthers. I'm going with
the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm saying Baker Mayfield, and I want to go with my boy Bryce, but the Bucks and any of these teams that are not in a situation to sit their players out to get in the playoffs, that it's not going to happen. Browns, Bengals. Now the Bengals are out, correct?
Yes.
I'm going to double check on that.
The Bengals?
Yeah, because the NFC North, or not NFC, AFC North sometimes has 3 teams in somehow.
No, yeah, they're out. It's
You're positive?
Positive.
1,000%.
1,000.
I'm about to look.
1,001.
1,001. And you are 1,000% correct, sir. Because Denver is the best 8-8 team that is out. On the AFC side, the worst team to get in is 9-7. On the NFC side, the worst team to get in would be 8-9. All right, who are we going with? Browns, Bengals. So the Browns can sit their people, can't they?
Yeah, because they already clinched.
Well, they clinched a wild card because they can't beat Baltimore, so they can sit. They're going to sit at the 5 seed. Ooh, no, they can't. If they sit their people, they could get the 6 seed instead of the 5 seed because the Bills are at 10-6. And the Bills are in a weird scenario. So Miami, we haven't talked about Miami at all, right? No. Miami, they win, they get the 2 seed. And Buffalo's actually completely knocked out in certain scenarios because they're playing each other. So Buffalo can go 10-7, and if Pittsburgh, Houston, so out of the Colts and the Texans, one of them's getting in.
Yeah.
Not both. And then if the Steelers win, Buffalo's out. But if Buffalo beats Miami, Buffalo gets the 2 seed, Miami drops to the 5 seed, 6 seed. So there's a lot of moving around still. Like, there's teams that are like, it's all basically down to 9 teams for the 7 spots, but they all can move around. Same thing in the NFC side. Browns, Bengals. So the Browns do actually have to use their starters.
If they do, I'm going with the Browns.
Yeah, I'm going to go Browns as well. I mean, Joe Flacco's just...
Joe Flacco.
I sent you that post. You guys know, Joe Flacco saw Ray Lewis and Ed Reed at the beginning of his career. Of course, it was at the tail end for them, but he saw them every day at practice. He played against Troy Polamalu twice a year. The secondary nowadays, even though these guys are faster, they're so timid because of the rules changing and not letting them be as aggressive. He's not scared. He's just letting it rip, and he's showing. Vikings, Lions. Lions are already clinched. The biggest problem, so they can't get the 2 seed. Correct?
I think if they win this and Dallas loses, they can jump.
They do get it?
Yeah.
What about Philly? Because Philly has they all have the same record. Because Detroit should have it because they got screwed the game. Yeah. They should be 12-5.
If they would have won, they would have clinched the second.
They should be 12-4 and Dallas should be 10-6. But that didn't happen.
I'm gonna go Lions. I don't think Dan Campbell's gonna sit.
Pissed off?
Yeah. I think he's gonna try to
destroy the Vikings and take his anger out. Jets, Patriots, this is a boo-boo bowl.
I'm going Patriots.
I have a feeling they're going to do...
My boy Zappy. He's still starting, right?
Yep, he is. I'm going Pats, too. I want Michael and the Jets to win, but...
Did Michael make the Pro Bowl?
He did not.
I haven't seen him.
They screwed the Pro Bowl bad. The only people from the Jets that are on it is Quentin Williams, who was with them last year, and Sauce. That's it. I knew there was going to be nobody on offense unless it was Garrett Wilson. So, of course, they'll have subs if there's some people that are in it that are like in the playoffs or making the Super Bowl. But yeah, that was the whole point. Like, I saw a thing where people were blowing up because it's not this year, but next season they will actually have specifically slot receivers, and then like fullbacks are being brought back into the Pro Bowl. Like,
they're back this year.
It brought them back this year, but they also have a slot for nickel corners, like slot corners. They specifically, so that way they're not a part of just corners or just safeties. They'll have their own. So, because Michael should have been in, he was probably statistically he was still the best slot corner this season. Anytime he actually played, because if you notice, a lot of the games where the Jets actually gave up a lot of points, they attacked at the slot. Michael was out because of an injury. Kind of want to go the Jets, but I haven't been able to keep up with how much he's actually got to play. Falcons Saints.
I'm going Saints.
I'm going Saints. I just don't want the Falcons to have any chance if the Bucs somehow lose. If they get in at 8-9, I might throw up. But
depends on who plays.
Saints also haven't. It
has to be Heineke.
Saints haven't been doing too hot recently. Talking about Heineke for the Falcons? Yeah, if it was Desmond Ridder, they'd lose.
Because they put Desmond Ridder in a little bit at the end of the game against the Bears.
All right, Jags Titans. Jags win. I think they.
He throw a pick his second throw.
If the Jags lose this game, then they're out of the playoffs.
I'm going to go with Jags.
All right, so that means the C.J. Stroud and Gardner Minshew have no chance of getting the playoffs because of that.
It's all right.
Oh, no, that's a lie. So I'm sorry. One of them will get in with wild card.
It's just whoever loses is out.
That's it. Sorry.
Indefinitely, yeah.
But the Jags, if they lose, I don't know who gets that wild card spot out of their division.
I don't know.
It'll because whoever wins that one will get in, and I don't know if it'll be the loser or them losing. So they might be able to. Well, they're not going to bench if they want to get the 4 seed. So, God, I want to. You hear it now. I want to pick the Titans, but I'm not doing it. I'm picking the Jags. Seahawks Cardinals. No playoff implications, correct? Or Seahawks actually have a chance?
I want to go Cardinals, man. I feel like
they're on a tear right now.
I feel like
no, Seattle's still in the hunt. Because out of the 7 teams,
I want to say they're on a roll. They couldn't beat the Bears.
Other than losing to the Bears, they've had some upsets.
Would have been an upset.
Actually, it would by the records at that time.
Record, yeah.
You really think the Cardinals are better than the Bears?
I don't know.
No. Now, of course, the Cardinals did something that the Bears weren't going to do. You would have beat the Eagles, even in their situation. I'm gonna go. Are you going Cardinals?
Yeah.
I'm not going to the upset. I think Seahawks got it.
Is Geno?
Drew Lock or Geno, I don't care.
Missouri.
The Bears and the Packers. This is your Super Bowl, right?
This is our Super Bowl, man.
And the Packers have a chance.
We're out no matter what.
And if the Packers lose, they're out.
The only thing I hope that does not happen is what happened. I can't remember the exact year, but I know we did have Jay Cutler at that time. I want to say it was maybe anywhere between 10 or 13. And we were first seed in the NFC. And so we going into our bye, we play the last season of the game against the Packers. If we beat them that year, Packers are out. They don't get in. Well, Lovie Smith decided to bench everybody after halftime. So everybody, I think at that time that's when we had McCann back up as, I think, what was his name? I can't remember his first name. I know his last name was McCann or McCain, something like that. And Packers ended up coming back and beating us by a field goal. So we let them in the play.
Locked though, correct?
Yeah. No, we had.
With them rightfully so. I know as a Bear fan base, you don't want.
So the plot twist is we battle in the NFC Championship.
I remember.
Green Bay beats us.
And then Green Bay went and won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep. So, just hypothetically speaking, we could have prevented that if we would have just beat them.
Uh-huh.
Right now is a rematch to this. Yes, we're not in, right? But we have a chance of knocking out the most hated team in the NFL out of the playoff.
I think that's Dallas, but continue.
So I'm going with my Bears,
but I am too.
I really think it's going to be It's gonna be one or two things.
It's
gonna be a hell of a dogfight,
or they're gonna smack you.
or
whatever reason.
one team is just gonna get
Jordan Love's
obliterated.
gonna like be embodied by Aaron Rodgers.
It's like what he did in the first game, opening season.
I don't know.
I've never seen Jordan Love play
and
like
that's
that.
especially with the way your defense.
Maybe
and
again.
that's the thing. Defense.
Well,
more recently now.
Well,
They
see
were
now
injured.
our defense is
the
top now.
difference, I think.
Well, not top, but our defense is there.
Just stop Aaron Jones.
I'm actually worried about AJ Dillon.
I mean, he reminds me of.
A skinny Eddie Lacy.
I mean, not just because we're in Green Bay. I'm referring to like the way he plays reminds me of Mark Ingram, like early Mark Ingram career.
Yeah.
All right, Chiefs Chargers. Obviously, Chiefs have locked their spot, correct?
Yeah. So I might go Chargers. Chiefs locked.
Is it? I know they're in the playoffs. Are they?
I think it's a fourth.
Are they locked for their division? They locked their division.
They're fourth, right?
They would be third.
They're
but
third.
if Jacksonville wins and they lose, they could drop to 4. So
they might not lose.
So I don't know.
That's why I hate doing picks at this time though, because you don't know who's going to play.
Doing the playoffs is going to get crazy. So it's
I might go Chiefs.
I'm going Chiefs. I know you don't like doing it. That's okay. You'll pick them on upset and wild card. Broncos Raiders has nothing to do with the
Raiders.
You going with O'Connell? And
I just want Broncos to get their ass
what they're
kicked.
doing.
Yeah, that's because to me that was very. You're gonna tell a dude to drop $37 million.
I mean, and O'Connell's not doing bad. I mean, of course, Russell Wilson's wife's making a lot.
And
of money,
I really like Max Crosby. He is one of my favorite defensive players.
Have you seen when Gardner Minshew was mic'd up in the last week's game?
He's so mean.
And did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
He just kept calling everybody. Gardner Minshew goes, I don't know why he calls everybody that. He's so angry all the time.
What is it? Little bastard?
No.
Little fucker?
No.
Little shit?
No.
It was a little shit.
No, it's a less cuss word than that.
Little fuck?
No. That's a worse cuss word. Think of like ones that are not that bad.
Little bitch?
No, that's still up in the middle tier. Like, not really, people don't even consider this a cuss word.
Little damn?
Nope, the other one. Donkey, butt.
Ass?
There you go.
I thought he was little. I thought he was little.
So say it. Little
ass.
boy.
Oh, little ass boy.
That's literally what he just kept calling. Every time he touched Gardner Minshew or walked by him, he said it. And Gardner Minshew goes, he says that to everybody. Why is he so angry? And then one of the guys said, he said, no, he's not angry. That's just him.
Yeah, he's really a nice guy.
You saw him with the thing with Pat McAfee when they did before the college football games and the stealth bomber, and they were like looking at it caught him off guard. They were like, what is that? What is that? And the stealth bomber was flying ahead because they were doing a practice run before the game started.
Yeah.
All right, Eagles, Giants, Eagles. If the Cowboys lose and the Eagles win, then they get the 2 or the 3 seed.
I'm going Eagles again, dude.
It's just crazy how there's a switch between the 2, the 3, and the 5 seed.
But if they slip up and they freaking lose to the Giants,
they almost lost to DeVito last time.
They did. But see, DeVito ain't playing.
Oh, it's Tyrod. That's right.
Yeah,
then
Tyrod Taylor.
I mean, I love Tyrod Taylor back when he was with Buffalo, but the Phillies winning then. I don't think
they benched.
They're not
DeVito.
to catch their. I don't know why. They're not going to catch their groove.
They say because he did get injured that game, so I guess they're
claiming
he never healed
that's
fully.
Fine, but
I think he just got benched.
If they don't blow the Giants out, because then they want to stay healthy. But if they end up in the wild card, I mean, they'll probably. But they get to the divisional. I don't think they have enough heat because they've been on such a slump. They get to the divisional, they're probably losing, especially if they're playing San Francisco again. Speaking of that, Rams 49ers. I don't know if the Rams would be eliminated if they lose.
No, they already clinched.
Correct, they have clinched, but it would change their seed.
I'm going Rams.
You're going Rams on the upset?
Puka Naduka.
Well, I mean, you know who the backup is for the 49ers? Sam Darnold. But he actually plays good with them.
He does. I'm going Puka Nuka.
Puka Nakua?
It's Puka Nuka.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams as well.
I saw he made a
just
Pro
because the NFC doesn't need what Puka Nakua did.
Yeah,
that's because while Cooper Kupp was hurt, he popped off, and
now
Kupp
he's
came
back.
Still popped off. That game 2 weeks ago when they played the Giants made me mad.
Do you think he's the best rookie receiver this year?
Zay Flowers with the Ravens. And I almost picked him up in fantasy, and I should have. Which I'm in the championship.
But Zay Flowers, has he been doing something all year though?
Do you want to see his stats? real quick since we're almost done?
We'll compare. I want to compare both of theirs at the end.
All right. Well, I'll just say it on my phone instead of pulling it up.
Okay.
Here, we'll go back there.
I'm just curious.
Cowboys, Commanders. The Cowboys have to play. If they lose,
I'm going
then
Cowboys.
that'll
be a hard.
The chance of the Lions. I'm going to go Commanders on the upset still, even with them trying, because it's not in Dallas. Because they get to cheat and go undefeated when they're in Jerry's world. All right, this game is all or nothing for Buffalo. Dolphins, they're still in if they lose, but they just get a wild card instead, and then Buffalo takes their higher seed.
I'm going Miami.
I'm going Buffalo. I think they actually caught wind at the right time, even though I said they probably, at the beginning of the year, I said they're either going to come close to missing the playoffs and get a wild card, or they're going to miss, is what I said. But I think they're going to end up pulling this off, and they're going to end up getting the higher seed. That doesn't mean I think they're going to go all the way in the Super Bowl. But I know you saw the thing you told me about the Super Bowl logo, about how they always reflect the colors. In the last few years, they've matched up, and the team that wins is always the top color. And how it was the Ravens and the 49ers color. And who did have winning? Was it Ravens or 49ers? It was 49ers.
They had Ravens on the top.
It was the purple that was on top. Okay, so, and it was weird at the beginning of the season, right? And then because of it,
it's been like that the past 3 or 4 years
now. You know
they
changed the logo temporarily. They changed the logo, the color, and the Super Bowl logo that they have. They have it where it's blue and red, making people think it's going to be Cowboys Chiefs. I think it's just a ploy. So either it's Cowboys Chiefs or it's Ravens 49ers.
If it's Cowboys Chiefs,
but it has the Chiefs winning.
I'm not watching that.
What if like your favorite person's doing halftime show?
I'll watch the halftime show.
Okay.
I'm not watching the game.
Commercials?
It's probably gonna be Taylor Swift if the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
There's no way they could do that.
Why?
Don't they always plan those ahead of time?
It's called money.
Yeah, you'll have more people at the Super Bowl that are Taylor Swift fans.
Yeah,
than the actual
money.
Football.
You think they care about that?
Yeah, but the Super Bowl's always 100% packed, anyways.
It's money, dude.
So they can stock the prices up higher and then let
imagine,
them get a free.
Imagine the aurora that will come from that.
The aurora.
The flames and the shadows.
All right.
If you got Swift and all the Swifties with Kelsey in the Super Bowl, it's crazy.
You wanna? Now's a good time to. You said you want to pop me off in trivia while
I'm good.
I'm doing no trivia. He's wanting to do trivia.
I just want to do just one.
He says quick. I might throw one at you just because.
Nope. It's too late. All right, so I already got it pulled up.
It's okay. I'm pulling up stats right now.
All right, you ready? Joshua Cole Williams.
Why'd you expose my government like that? Jose Benavides
What
III.
are the 3 names of the longest career tight ends in NFL history?
So,
and how many seasons?
So players, longest career. All right. Well,
what are the
Antonio Gates has got to be on there.
No. These are the top 3.
Longest tenured tight ends in NFL history.
Yes.
Any of them current?
1.
Okay. Jason Witten's on there.
Jason Witten is, I guess, 2.
He's second place.
Yeah.
Do I need to guess the games?
They're all roughly
Is it
around
seasons or games that I'm guessing.
Season. They're all pretty much the same.
15.
No. More.
18.
A little bit less.
17.
17 seasons.
So Jason Witten's at 2 at 17. You said 1 is current. Zach Ertz?
1 is current.
Zach Ertz?
Not like 1 on the list. Just one of the 3.
That means he's number 3. Zach Ertz?
No.
Oh, Martellus Bennett?
No, he's not in the lead no more.
Oh, what's his name? Y'all have him. Oh, God, what's his name? And I know it, too. We've said his name multiple times before. Is that number 3? Is that who it is? I just got to remember his name.
He's actually number 1. He's actually the longest.
The current player is number 1. I thought you just said he wasn't.
No, he's number 1. He's 1 is on this list. That's what I meant. When you said, is there current, I said, yes, there's 1.
There's 1 as in he's number 1 or he's
one
of the 3?
He's number 1.
Okay, so he's number 1 and he's the 1 current player on the list.
God.
You guys see it's his
Dude.
No, don't.
It's just simple questions,
man. It's you. The way you word it. He's on the left, on the right.
He's up and he's down. He's inside that door. No, he's outside.
Let's
the door.
See. All right, Jason Witten's number 2. Number 1, he's currently on the Bears. God, people are screaming his name right now in the comments. It's not Martellus Bennett, obviously. God, he's old as crap. Tell me another team he played for.
Green Bay Packers is where we got him from.
It's not Jimmy Graham.
He was on our team.
Is Jimmy Graham is number 3 on the list?
No.
Jimmy Graham's not on the list?
Not in the top.
So number 3 is not in the league.
No. Number 2 and number 3, they had the same seasons. They're both at 17.
Okay.
It's just a different name.
Okay. It's not Gonzalez, is it? Is Tony Gonzalez number 3? Okay, Tony Gonzalez is number 3. Well, they're tied for second. It's 17. Okay. And then this guy, I'm assuming, is 18 or 19 seasons.
This is his 18th season.
So he broke the record.
And
playing
he just,
this year.
in our previous game against the Falcons,
Did he have a catch?
he broke a record. It might have been the game before this. It's when we went throwback. Could have been against. Let me see.
Here, I'll look away.
Yeah.
It's proof. Here.
Let me just see.
I'm not screen. They can't see the screen, but also I don't know. I'm just trying to think of his name. I know it too.
All right, so it was.
It was not that game.
No, it was against the Cardinals. He actually broke a record.
Okay.
And caught his 2,000 reception.
That is wild.
in his career. It was against the Cardinals.
So we did both of these already. Okay. What's his initials? That's probably going to give it away. I don't know why I can't.
I ain't gonna give you his initials, but what I'm gonna do is his name is similar to a brand of a car. Ford.
Is that it?
What's his name? Whore? No. It's not.
Door?
No.
It's not Chevy. Kind of heavy. Ferrari. It's not like that, is it?
No.
Tesla. No. Honda. Hyundai. Toyota.
His last name starts with an L.
Why am I blanking? And you and I have had conversations about this player.
I want to say they had stated he was currently the oldest offensive player still active.
What team was he known for? It wasn't Green Bay. Yeah, I know you have Robert Tonyan that's from there, but that's not him.
Mm-mm.
Obviously, Robert Tonyan's like 25, 26.
He was known in Green Bay.
His last name starts with an L?
Starts with an L. I don't know who all he played for. I do know Green Bay.
Why can't I think of his name?
Let's see if I can look it up. So he also played. Well, so he was known at Green Bay because that's when he was.
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that's when he was doing a lot of his numbers. But he played for Jacksonville. He got drafted by Jacksonville. He was at Jacksonville longer. That was his longest career.
Hold on. Oh, I remember it. I know it. Mercedes Lewis.
Mercedes Lewis.
As soon as you said Jacksonville, I remembered because I remember him in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
He was at Green Bay, but I don't remember his numbers like that. You would know because
number
you played
84.
against him twice. All right. Well, that's a good one. God, I can't believe I forgot his name. We literally had conversations about Mercedes Lewis.
I got it typed up and all that.
Oh, look at that. That's the way I have it normally for us.
Look at that.
All right.
That was fun.
Next.
All right, guys. Well, that's it.
What? No,
So,
it's not. No. We gotta do this because it's okay. We're gonna go through quick.
nobody cares about this.
It's the bowl games. Calm down.
I don't want nobody.
All right, man. Bowl games.
Yeah,
All right.
send me playoff games, baby.
I know, I'm sure you want to talk about that one. I don't. All right. Georgia Southern Ohio. My alumni decided to lose 6 straight games at the end of the season.
And I think I picked Ohio.
You picked
right?
Ohio. Yes, you did.
That's
all right.
tough.
So you just remember how many wins you have, and I'll keep up with mine. Howard, Florida A&M. We talked about it. We both picked Florida A&M. So you have 2 wins. I have 1. You just keep up with yours. Otherwise, I'm not going to help you. All right, fine. I will because you're not going to. So 2 or 2, 1. There we go. Jacksonville State, Louisiana. That was actually a real good game. I picked Jacksonville State. You picked Louisiana, Lafayette. 2-2. Miami of Ohio, App State. I picked App State. You picked Miami of Ohio. 3-2. Fresno State, New Mexico State. I picked Fresno.
What
You
a
picked
plot
You
twist.
picked New Mexico State. So 4-2. Boise State for both of us, but they lost, so it's still 4-2. Played UCLA. Texas Tech, Cal. I picked Texas Tech. You picked Cal. 5-2. Western Kentucky, Old Dominion. We both picked Old Dominion, so still 5-2. UTSA and Marshall. I picked UTSA. You picked Marshall. 6-2. So this is nice. This is how I expect NFL. I expect you to win in the picks, not this past week, and then I expect myself to win in the college ones. South Florida, Syracuse. I knew this was going to happen. I even told you. 7-2. I picked South Florida, and you picked Syracuse. And now Syracuse gets Ohio State's quarterback. Or he was there, and he didn't play.
Well, he's going to change that season around.
Oh yeah, totally. Georgia Tech and UCF. I picked Tech. You picked UCF. 8-2. Troy, Duke. I picked Troy. You picked Duke. Oh, 8-3.
Don't call it a comeback.
You haven't been here before. Arkansas State.
Week.
Huh?
What?
Arkansas State and Northern Illinois. I picked Arkansas State. You picked Northern Illinois. Oh, 8-4. Are you dropping pistachio shells in my floor? Oh, I literally heard it drop and hit the floor.
Where?
I'll end up finding it and taking a picture. Air Force, James Madison. I picked James Madison. You picked Air Force. 8-5. It's getting interesting. All right, Georgia State, Utah State. I picked Utah State. You picked Georgia State. 8-6.
The real GSU, baby.
No, their quarterbacks have been so good. I'm just glad we beat them this year. South Alabama, Eastern Michigan. We both picked South Alabama, so 9-7. Gotta flip the page. Northwestern, Utah. I picked Northwestern. You picked Utah. 10-7. Oh, your streak's gone. Coastal Carolina, San Jose State. We both picked Coastal Carolina. So 10-7, 11-8. Bowling Green, Minnesota. We both picked Bowling Green. Still 11-8. Texas State and Rice. I picked Rice. You picked Texas State. So 11-9.
I knew that was gonna happen.
I just wanted to see food in a bowl. I'm sorry. Kansas, UNLV. I picked UNLV. You picked Kansas. 11-10. Oh, coming down to the wire. Virginia Tech, Tulane.
I think we both picked Tulane.
We both picked Tulane.
That one was crazy, though.
11-10 still. West Virginia, North Carolina. I picked West Virginia. You picked North Carolina. 12-10. USC, Louisville. We both picked Louisville. Well, I guess I should have picked. They have no defense. I'm so mad now. All on camera. Just they don't see it, but they heard it. You're gonna pick all those up before you leave. I hope you know that. I don't know if I can continue, guys. You were banned from eating in my room. I gotta fan myself. Hold on. We're still at 12-10. Louisville, we picked them. They lost. I gotta stay focused. Oklahoma State, Texas A&M.
I'm so good.
Shut up. I picked Texas A&M. Oklahoma State, you won. So 12-11. If you win, now I'm gonna be even more mad. Boston College, SMU. I picked Boston College. You picked SMU. So 13-11. Rutgers, Miami. I picked Miami. You picked Rutgers. Oh. So, what is that? 13-11? 13-12. I can't even focus now because of you. Are you eating what's still in the container? God, you are fat. Get in this camera so they can see. Just watch you eat the pistachios that you decided to spill on my floor. You're crying. You're laughing so hard. All right, it's 13-12. We are now at... we gotta scroll. I hate you. Kansas State, NC State. We both picked Kansas State, so now it's 14-13. Arizona, Oklahoma. We both picked Arizona. 15-14. So still 1 point right now. By the way, Kansas State's quarterback, Will Howard, transferred to Ohio State. He's a good quarterback, too. Clemson, Kentucky. We both picked Kentucky, so still 15-14. That was actually a really good game, too. Oregon State, Notre Dame. I picked Oregon State. You picked Notre Dame. God, I should pick Notre Dame.
Talk about a great 19th seed, right?
That's I know, right?
Versus the 16th seed, thought it would be a little closer,
I
right?
know, right? And it's not seed, it's rankings. That's why I told you it needs to be seeds, not rankings. That's tied up 15 to 15, by the way. Of course, it would be Notre Dame.
So many.
Yeah, in the floor. Just everywhere. I love it. Memphis, Iowa State. Let's just continue here. I picked Memphis, you picked Iowa State. 16-15 me. Missouri, Ohio State. We both picked Missouri. I haven't looked at this since this. 17 to 16. Ole Miss, Penn State. We both picked Penn State. We were wrong. Still 16-15 me. Or no, 17-16. What's so funny? Are you looking at the pistachios still?
I got a text, Trent.
What about the pistachios?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna let them know you're not allowed to buy a bag at Publix now. Maryland, Auburn. We both picked Auburn. They got smacked by.
But
His brother didn't even play. So.
Well, see, none of Auburn starters play.
17-16. Auburn doesn't have starters.
They didn't get that.
Georgia, Florida State. God, I looked at these scores that we put down. We both picked Georgia, so 18 to 17. I predicted 31 to 13. You predicted 27 to 21. Look at
What?
that score. The Georgia Florida State game. You said 27 to 21.
I thought all the starters were going to play. I didn't know they were going to have fucking.
31 to 13 is what I said, and I was still wrong.
Yeah. I don't think me and you thought it was going to be fucking 60 opt-outs.
It was 20. Well, really, no. The 27 to 27 doesn't matter. Both of them had 27 players not play.
Yeah.
But the only team
Florida
that
State
had opt-outs
had-
was Florida State. It was,
Florida State had 22 starters not playing.
No.
Georgia
They
had
had
3.
They had two. No, get it right. They had 2 injured players, so they don't count. So that's
Okay.
25. They had 7 kids transfer, so that's 18 kids that opted out. Okay,
Mhm.
It's almost 22, but it's 18 kids opted out. Georgia didn't have any because they wanted to make a statement. Florida State quit, but we're done with that. And so it's 18-17.
How do you spell pistachios?
I'm not telling you.
Spitachios.
Toledo, Wyoming. We both picked Toledo. We're wrong. 18-17 me still. LSU, Wisconsin. We both picked LSU. 19-18.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
19. I don't know how I understood you. 19-18 me because we both picked LSU. Oregon, Liberty. We both picked Liberty. We thought Bo Nix wasn't playing. So it's still 19-18 me. Tennessee, Iowa. Why did you pick Iowa?
I don't know.
I don't know why either. 20-18. Alabama, Michigan. We both picked Alabama. We were wrong. They
God,
played,
I should have went with my gut, too.
They played awful. Yeah,
Both
you
teams
should have.
played bad.
They did.
Both teams will get murdered.
Let's look at this score though. 27 to 20. Yours was 24 to 22. Very close.
What was
Mine
yours?
was 32 to 27.
God.
That's still
Y'all
still
thought y'all were going to score
that's still
32
decent.
in Michigan.
I mean, yeah. The offense played awful. Texas, Washington. We both picked Texas. Your score was 34 to 14. Washington scored 37 on them. I put 52 to 28. At least mine was decent.
What was my score?
34 to 14, Texas.
Hmm.
Texas almost got 34 points.
Yeah.
They still lost. I put 52 to 28. And then national championship does not matter. We both had Alabama, Texas. They both didn't make it, but we'll just keep the score predictions in there anyways. That'll be Monday.
I think Washington, depending on what team comes out.
Yeah, we gotta repick our scores unless we want to. I had 34-24. You had 38-32.
But see, you picked that though. Because
I know
you
we
wanted
both
to-
picked it for Alabama, Texas.
I'm gonna go Washington.
You're doing Washington to win.
Yeah.
I am too. What's the score? Though?
I'm gonna say.
I gotta do the
27. 24. It's gonna be a close game.
I think it's Washington
Is Trent
37.
coming down.
Probably. I'm saying Washington 37-31.
37-31.
All right. Well, quick, short, and easy. Best we can, and it still somehow ended up almost 50 minutes. So, you want to sign us out?
I wouldn't let them in here. They're all over the floor.
Ain't no way.
Yes, Zeus, stay.
Stay back.
Stay. And this is all raw and uncut, by the way. I don't edit anymore.
Since when? Since he said it earlier?
Well, since always. Since episode 9. All right. You want to sign us out? You want to sign us out so you can clean these pistachios? Let the fans know.
I gotta
We're
go.
no longer being sponsored by them because of you. I hope you know that.
I gotta go.
You waste all
I'm in a
that.
rush.
You gotta sign it out.
All right, guys. So I'm signing out. I gotta go home real quick.
Yeah, you gotta clean these pistachios. What you gotta do.
So I'm Joe.
And I'm Cole. And
This
I'm
is
very mad.
episode. Don't be mad because y'all lost.
No,
this
I'm
is
not-
episode
I'm not even
10
worried.
of
I'm
Let's
mad at
Talk
you spilled
Sports.
Pistachios everywhere. I don't want to hear it.
Peace.
Peace out.